What it do? Dream Team, it's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with how a 0-star recruit became an NBA superstar. Before we dive into this, y'all know I need y'all to dive into that subscribe button, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You can subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me, human. I talk back. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Oh my God!
From a small-town 0-star recruit to the most electrifying player in the NBA today, this is the story of Ja Morant.
Ja Morant is nasty. Ja Morant is must-see TV. The way this man goes out and plays basketball, bro, like, it's hard to explain because he's got the quickness. He's got the athleticism. This season, his jumper is so much better. Ja Morant, he's one of the best point guards in the game. Easily. I think he's the top 3 point guard in the NBA right now.
In the NBA today, this is the story of Ja Morant.
He's got to be top 3.
Small-town dreams. Demetrius Jamel Morant, better known as Ja Morant, wouldn't just make his dreams come true, but his father T's as well. T had basketball dreams much larger than the town of Dalzell, South Carolina, with just over 2,000 people that his son was born into. T Morant won a high school basketball state championship, playing alongside Ray Allen, before going on to play at the Division II Claflin University. He was considering a professional career overseas, and was ready to live his dream, until some news would change his life forever. T's wife Jamie was pregnant with Ja. Giving up on his aspirations, T directed all of his energy to helping Ja make a career out of basketball. T even hand-built a small cement basketball court in their backyard. This is where T pushed Ja to be great.
Hand-built. Built his own cement court in the backyard. Shout out T Grizzly. Shout out Pops.
Built a small cement basketball court in their backyard. This is where T pushed Ja to be great, and where Ja fell in love with the grind. From mastering the art of the step-back jumper to doing tire jumps with tractor tires, the two would spend hours at a time working on Ja's skills and athleticism. Looking back on the sacrifice, Ja said, "Instead of going to play basketball, he stayed to raise me. That's my motivation. I'm living my dream and his dream right now." Ja had to work that much harder to achieve this, because his physical stature didn't scream at future NBA player. In fact, Ja stood at just 5'9" as a freshman in high school, so he actually didn't suit up for the varsity basketball team until his sophomore year. He also didn't play for a well-known AAU circuit growing up. Ja played with the South Carolina Hornets, a small grassroots team based in Columbia, South Carolina, that lacked the backing of a major shoe company that other top AAU teams had. But he was teammates with Zion Williamson for a season, which provides for some crazy throwback photos that almost seem fake.
I did not. He was teammates with Zion? I did not know that. That's crazy. And then they both came in the same draft class, and then everybody was arguing who's the better player. I think it's got to be Ja. Ja's crazy. Zion's crazy. It's not taking anything away from Zion, but Ja. I don't know if it's his mindset or what it is, bro. He's just built
lacked the backing of a major shoe company that other top AAU teams had. But he was teammates with Zion Williamson for a season, which provides for some crazy throwback photos that almost seem fake. And I'm sure plenty of lobs from Ja to Zion back then. Diamond in the rough. Well, the infamous saying is, curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity led to Ja getting discovered. Even though Ja was coming off a season in which he received all-state honors as a junior in high school, he was not being recruited by colleges. The summer before his senior year, Ja was a late addition to a camp put on by Chandler Parsons' AAU program. Murray State assistant basketball coach James Kane was there scouting a different player at the time. Kane ventured down a hallway in pursuit of the concession stand, and as he was eating his Doritos and sipping on a soda, Kane heard balls bouncing in an auxiliary gym. So out of curiosity, he decided to take a peek. He was immediately taken aback by Ja's play in a game of 3-on-3 and said it only took a few minutes to realize Ja was special. Kane was so impressed with what he saw that he had Murray State's head coach Matt McMahon drive up to the camp to personally witness Ja in action. McMahon quickly agreed with Kane's assessment, so Murray State's recruitment of Ja began. When it came time to offer a scholarship, Ja was so under-recruited at the time that his mom asked Kane if the scholarship was for 4 full years. I just started laughing. I was like, yeah, it's a 4-year scholarship, but he's only going to be there for 2 years, said Kane. At the time, 24/7 Sports and Rivals two of the most notable voices in rating high school athletes and following their recruitments, didn't even give Ja a rating and showed him as having zero offers outside of Murray State. But Kane...
It's just seeing a player that Ja is today, bro, like, that is so wild to me. It's baffling. It's baffling to me, but it's like sometimes, hey, you do find that diamond in the rough. You feel it? Yeah, Ja
didn't even give Ja a rating and showed him as having zero offers outside of Murray State. But Kane firmly believed that his hankering for a snack resulted in him finding a diamond in the rough as Ja committed to play for Murray State, making a name for himself. When Ja first arrived at Murray State, he was faced with the harsh reality that he still had a ways to go before making it, and just accepting a D1 offer didn't mean he had done so. Ja was far from being viewed as a big man on campus, like a traditional top basketball recruit would be. Ja said, "Coming from being under the radar, I could sit somewhere and nobody would know me." That lack of notoriety quickly began to change, following an impressive freshman season with the Racers, where Ja showed he belonged in Division I basketball. He averaged 12.7 points, 6.5 assists, and 6.3 rebounds per game that year, on his way to earning first-team All-Ohio Valley Conference honors. Following a season where he did it all for Murray State and helped them reach the NCAA tournament, Ja started to find himself on NBA draft prospect lists. He solidified his spot on these after being one of just 20 players invited to Chris Paul's elite guard camp during the summer after his freshman season. With newfound attention from pro scouts, Ja took this momentum and ran with it, as he grabbed the attention of the college basketball world with his sophomore campaign. That season, Ja averaged 24.5 points, 10 assists, 5.7 rebounds, and 1.8 steals per game. Ja was named OVC Player of the Year, as he became the first NCAA player to ever average more than 20 points and 10 assists per game, as he also led the country in assists that year. His popularity then soared after shining under March Madness's bright lights. In a first-round win, he became just the 8th player in tournament history to record a triple-double, as he recorded 17 points, 16 assists, 11 rebounds.
Dang.
Even though he and the Racers fell in the next round, Ja didn't go out quietly, going off for 28 points. Ja became the talk of the entire basketball community and declared for the 2019 NBA Draft, making the jump. Ja becoming a fan favorite with his electrifying play style and eye-popping numbers still wasn't enough to silence all the doubts that surrounded him. He dealt with questions and concerns about his game's ability to translate to the NBA level. Was his success the product of playing in a small conference not traditionally known for basketball? Is he too skinny to score on and guard grown men? Will he be a flash in the pan and never fully establish in the league after being fun to watch in college like a Jimmer Fredette? This was the noise Ja heard.
Come on, Ja and Jimmer on two completely different levels. It's
established in the league after being fun to watch in college like a Jimmer Fredette. This was the noise Ja heard as the Grizzlies drafted him 2nd overall, but it drove him to prove it was exactly that, just noise. His rookie season was his opportunity to show everyone that he belonged in this league. And that's exactly what Ja did that year, as he took home the NBA Rookie of the Year award. He averaged 17.8 points, 7.3 assists, and 3.9 rebounds per game, leading all rookies in assists and total points scored, while Ja demonstrated that he can achieve personal success in the league and was tremendously talented. The conversation shifted to his ability to lead and turn an entire franchise around. With the conclusion of Ja's rookie season, the Grizzlies missed the playoffs for a 3rd straight year with an 89-148 record. Ja's 2nd season in the league was nearly identical to his first, as he again averaged around 20 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds per game. The difference? Ja carried Memphis to the playoffs. And to say he carried them is not a stretch. In the newly implemented play-in tournament, Ja put up 35 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists in an overtime win over the Warriors that gave the Grizz the 8th and final spot in the playoffs. Then they stunned everyone by taking Game 1 on the road against the top-seeded Jazz. Ja followed up that win by exploding for 47 points and 7 assists in Game 2. While Memphis ended up falling to the Jazz in the first round, it was clear that the future was bright in Memphis with Ja running the show. Face of a franchise. With Ja having proven he's talented enough to carry a team, the question in year 3 became, can he take the next leap into the realm of superstardom? Expectations were high, thanks to what he had already accomplished, as the conversation shifted to seeing how high his ceiling is. Ja's play this season has shown that ceiling seems to be sky high, averaging over 25 points per game and just under 7 assists and 6 rebounds. Ja was selected to his first All-Star game, and not only that, but he was named a starter in the game, an incredible incredible honor
Yes,
for a player in
sir.
just his 3rd season. This year has shown Ja is capable of putting up video game numbers on any given night, in addition to consistently producing. Nothing better demonstrates this than a 4-game stretch in February. Against the Trailblazers, Ja tied his career high of 44 points, scoring 20 in the 4th quarter, while adding in 11 assists for the game. Then,
Crazy,
following
bro.
a tough close loss to the Timberwolves in the Grizzlies' next game, Ja responds by setting his career high, dropping 46 points in a win against the Bulls. Just when it seems like he can't get any more dominant, Ja erupts for 52 points on an extremely efficient 22 of 30 shooting performance in Memphis' next game. And his individual performances aren't the only thing that have improved this year either. As a result of his play, the Grizzlies find themselves battling for a top seed in the West. A team that once focused on trying to make the playoffs is now focused on securing the home court advantage. Ja has clearly established himself as the face of the Memphis Grizzlies and potentially the future of the league. The next thing for him to do is achieve postseason success, which based on his track record, it would be safe to assume that is coming awfully soon.
Yeah, I think he definitely doing that. I think he just experienced last year was a 2nd round exit to Golden State. And I mean, he definitely pushed Golden State, but then he ended up getting hurt. This season, it looked like he's even better than he was last season. Like, he's just getting better, bro. But he's so fun to watch. Like, just the joy, the passion that you can see on his face while he's playing basketball. It just makes you a fan. Damian Lillard's my favorite current player, but Josh probably number 2 or number 3. That's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. It's your boy D Neal, out.